on this whole food trend thing. Like some of them actually correlate to culture.
Yes.
Mala, for instance, I think is more culture.
Okay, when you say culture, I'm assuming that it's already a cultural dish on their part, right? Technically, salted egg has always been around for us, but then something boomed.
Same for mala.
Yeah.
I mean, just not for us, but
Yeah, correct.
for the Chinese per se, it's been with them for so long. Even truffle, I would dare say, like maybe to the Westerners, it has been
Especially the Italians and the French, right?
yeah, a very prime ingredient in their
cooking.
Yeah. But now that it has been a bit cheapened. I don't know if that's the right
I know
way.
what you mean, yeah.
So before we get down to what I want to talk, okay, let's just look at this as what I mean by trend versus culture. So trend is like mala xiang guo, your actually I don't even know if mala xiang guo is that. But let's say the mala hot pot steamboat versus something like shaker fries or like fried chicken with that mala seasoning.
Yeah, the mala dust.
What are your thoughts? Like this is what I mean by trend versus culture, right? Like
the mala dish itself is the culture, right? It comes from China.
Yeah.
And then people start to, because the flavor is so popular right now, they try to put it on anything that they have. Shaker fries, McDonald's are doing it well.
Wait, McDonald's
I think there's mala. I know there was tom yum.
What?
I don't know.
Fact check us.
Yeah, fact check us. But okay, chicken cutlet, you're very sure there's mala, right? I think even like potato crisps as well, they have mala flavor. So my thoughts on that, I think that not everything works with these kind of trendy flavors. So I like truffle crisps, the $1 one, Meadows.
Okay.
But I know that I will get into that later. Like it's not really real truffle, But I like to appreciate a dish for what it is.
So my thought about it is that like it starts off as a culture.
Yes.
Like
imagine
imagine
it's a dish that's really ingrained in someone's culture.
It's like me going to the UK to drop chicken rice to them.
Yeah.
And it starts off as Singapore's chicken rice, Hainanese chicken rice in UK. Right? Starts off, and then maybe you get like, I don't know if this is a thing, like chicken rice flavored chips.
I mean, we have it in Singapore.
Okay. Let's just say like that becomes a thing, right? So then it becomes culture. But I think like we forgot the reason. I mean, apart from I feel the main reason is banking the cash on it to like get as much cash you can get out of the culture trend. But I don't know whether it's appropriate because like sometimes like it's a bit of innovation of sorts, I guess, like trying to get this flavor into another product. But like sometimes we forget like what's the main reason this dish came from.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. And also, is there a respect to the original dish?
It's also like how far can we take this to, right?
Because okay, I mean, I would like to know thoughts on the people from China. What do they think about if they had their mala flavor in shaker fries? Because let's say I flip this and ask you back, right? Like imagine there was that boom in the UK of chicken rice, and then some joker, right, takes the chicken rice flavors, makes it into a rub or a dust, and then there is chicken rice, fish and chips. You as a Singaporean, how would you?
Soft and tough, bro.
How would you feel if you see that?
Yeah. I'll or like the chips with the chicken rice seasoning. The fish is still a fish that I don't know where this is going.
But okay, so like in the idea itself, do you feel like there's a bit of a disrespect to our?
I want to know what's the idea, but I can't back the idea up, I guess.
Right.
For that fish and chips, I'll probably try just to like. I mean, it's the same. Another example I have on my list: Thai milk tea.
Okay.
Right, it started off like we all been to Thailand, Bangkok before.
Yeah.
And then there was one phase in Singapore that it was everywhere, even in cafes like
carnivals, cafes.
Thai milk tea.
Yeah.
But it makes sense because Chatuchak used to have like so many of those, and so many Singaporeans go over. We drink it, and then
it's
like
delicious.
and everyone always bought back the tea until it started becoming a commodity in Singapore, and then stop.
Yeah.
But I think it's still doing relatively well in Thailand. Is commodity?
I think for Thai milk tea, right, the innovation was done very well because Thai milk tea ice cream, I think it's a very good idea.
Yeah,
it's amazing. Yeah.
Bro, Thai milk tea cheesecake.
Is that a thing?
I tried.
Is that just? Oh, okay.
I tried before. I think it works because same the dairy component substitute for the the drink, right? I guess like your drink you're making, or ice cream is really made. Why can't you make it into a cheesecake?
Yeah. And speaking of Thai milk tea, if you guys haven't been to Pocket by Flip Coffee Roasters, they do the Thai milk tea cookie. Have you even tried it?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to our friends at
our
Flip.
friends at Flip. Yeah.
I'm going in for the Thai milk tea cookie.
It's
Okay.
Yeah.
I also want to know how people feel about the innovations from there. I do like those that came out of it. I think it's for the Thai milk tea part, like I think it's still kind of there because it's the Thai milk tea. And then making it into variations of like we have Earl Grey cheesecake.
Yeah, I like it.
Right, we have Earl Grey ice cream.
I love Earl Grey, yeah.
Right? It kind of like worked, right? It's like just probably like changing your product into a different medium.
Some of the templates that work, they just base it off and then they'll
it's like I have the milk version of it, so I just the liquid version of it, so I make this into ice cream. But for I think like more savory things is a bit harder. Like and also like wonder sometimes whether it's a good appropriation. Not that like I'm full on this with, but it's just that like sometimes I really wonder like the ethical part of it, which we will get to in a bit.
Yeah,
it's just about, are you really banking it for cash, or is this part of innovation?
That's why just now when you mentioned at the start there was this like innovation, and then it might even skew to the point of lazy, because like, oh, this is trending right now, Mentaiko is trending right now, let's put it on everything. Like it gets a bit confusing. So in my thought of how maybe a trend happened, right, is usually, let's take truffle for example. The first person who tried to put it in something else, fries, truffle fries, I think for what it is, works. That's my opinion. Okay. You might disagree.
No.
But I'm just okay, so let's say this first guy, he tried, okay, truffle shouldn't only just be on pasta. Let's try it on fries, right? So he started it and it boomed. So that's when it started. Probably this is how a trend starts, right?
Yeah.
And then slowly people will like, oh, okay. So what can I do next with truffle? And then it starts to get lazier and lazier because there's no thought process to how can I use truffle, and then it starts to be everywhere.
I agree. So which is what I wanted to kind of bring up the point, right? So say when we pay for these innovative products, to say, sometimes we don't get the original product. Let's just straight out say about truffle, right?
Yeah.
Truffle is a very expensive product. There are cheaper alternatives to it, but it does not represent the actual product. Like a white truffle can cost heaps, but there are grades to it, right? Say Wagyu and stuff like that as well. Same for uni, Wagyu, everything, there are grades and tiers. But then there are things like truffle paste and truffle oil, right? That are maybe scraps, or I don't think they're very good representation of the products. Granted, I don't even like truffle that much, but I don't agree with these products. As a finishing touch or whatnot, yes, but I just feel like people should know what they're paying for sometimes. Like being charged a premium is one thing for these products, which may or may not be actually even legit products. I have to say, like, I think people know about this. I think CNA has even talked about that. Truffle oil isn't really all that great. Like, I know it's synthetically made. There are real truffle oils that are like truffle infused with olive oil. I think those are okay. But like those like spray can and stuff, half of them are synthetic stuff and they are like chemical compounds.
I think even for truffle paste, some of them are just mushrooms.
It could be scraps or mushrooms and infused with the. Just look out for your products like when you actually pay for them. It's not that we are shitting on people like to. You know, sometimes people just want to eat their food in peace, but at the same time, like
it might
sometimes
be detrimental for your health.
Yeah,
especially those that you say were synthetically made.
Yeah, you don't know what they'll do, and it comes down to an unfair comparison. Oh, how come that time I paid $26 for this truffle pasta? How come I'm paying $42 for this truffle pasta? You can't compare like that.
And then it will affect like certain businesses by saying that, oh, you're charging extra because you think you can do it. But that's not fair to them because they might be using the real freaking truffle flakes.
Another example would be salted egg. I know that salted egg has a salted egg powder and a salted egg. Well, we have the real salted egg, and salted egg powder. I don't know how many places are actually peeling their own, which is why I don't really eat salted egg sometimes, because I know it could be made up with a powder mix nowadays. Which, I mean, I don't want to ruin it for people. Unfortunately, I think I am, but...
Like you ruined the barbecue stingray for me.
I mean, really think about sometimes like when you eat. That's why I think it's a bit important to know when you cook, cause how to cook at least. So or just explore more things.
I think
like,
more importantly, we also want to make sure that just because we know it and we know that it does affect your health in some way, we want to make sure that you don't make the same mistake that anyone could do.
Yeah,
So
and
if it-
also
yeah.
what you're paying for. I do feel some price hikes are not fair. Like say like I can't think of any now at the moment, but it's just if I have to pay like $18 for like some truffles, okay, not truffle, maybe like salted egg fries, I have to pay $18. How do I know whether it's fried potatoes and it's frozen fries and like that salted egg, right? Is it a
Yeah.
real salted egg sauce or is it just
But putting aside the ingredient part of things, when you are paying more or less, morally as well, right? Just because it's trendy, do you think it's fair for customers to pay more?
That's why I think it's important for the customers to even know what they're paying for
Right.
in the first place. Like, unfortunately, it is ruining the things for you, but like, not every day, I guess. Like, and the more that you do it, like, it's sad. Like, I'm not sure if it helps a lot, but you also can't forget like the origin of the dish or like the original state of it, because it's so accessible to you as like this B-Tech product. Or I'm not saying that it's entirely bad, but like sometimes it's over abused to a certain point that I don't see a point anymore in it.
And do you feel like some of these trends are forced out just because of marketing?
Yeah.
Like I want to put this up front, right? Do you remember that there's this very, very short coriander boom? Like everything was
There
freaking
was.
coriander.
I love
Right.
coriander. Sorry, coriander haters.
Because like there was this like coriander what's the instant noodle, then people were playing with like coriander ice cream, and I feel like people were just doing it ironically, just for like custies to come and like
Yeah. I think so. It's a trend. Like people want to catch on the wave and like just eat on that. Like sure, it earns you money, but it doesn't help the society, I guess.
right.